Disney will release Home Alone and Hocus Pocus on 4K Ultra High Definition Blu-ray just in time for the holidays. Set for a September 15, 2020 release in the USA, there's currently no word on whether Disney will release these titles in international territories. And while they have been good with releasing their catalogue 4Ks in Australia, they've been less reliable over in the UK. We'll have more info on international releases in coming months, I'm sure, but if one doesn't eventuate, the US edition will be region-free and easily importable. Before we get into this, don't forget to hit that like button, it does wonders in getting my content out there, and also fire away down in the comments below with your own thoughts on Home Alone and Hocus Pocus. I'm pretty happy with the covers being used on these. Hocus Pocus uses the same cover art as the 2018 reissue without the 25th anniversary banner, and as I picked up the UK edition which featured different artwork, it would be nice to own the film with this artwork as well. Home Alone on the other hand reuses the old Blu-ray art and simply adds a 30th anniversary banner. While I would have preferred original poster art, this should do the job just fine. As for special features, as is usually the case, Disney likely won't be doing anything new here. They never load their 4K discs with bonus, and the included Blu-rays will likely be represses of the old ones. They will include the usual offerings such as making-ofs, blooper reels, deleted scenes, and the like. These are incredibly interesting releases on two fronts. Firstly, Disney has been reluctant to re-release any of their own live-action back catalogue on Blu-ray outside of the Disney Movie Club for the last few years, and even more so in regards to the 4K format, with their oldest 4K live-action reissue being last year's release of 2016's The Jungle Book. As far as animation goes, the oldest title the studio has released on 4K is 1989's The Little Mermaid. And secondly, Disney has also been reluctant to re-release Fox back catalogue titles to the 4K format outside of the Star Wars films, which they really do try to claim as their own these days. These are both pretty interesting choices for 4K releases and kind of titles that I don't think I ever really thought we would see on the format, but given that both movies are family holiday classics, these are obviously titles that Disney think they can move some decent units on. Home Alone has been kind of in and out of print on Blu-ray for a number of years, though 2015's 25th anniversary edition is still readily available. Likewise, Hocus Pocus was out of print for some time. That was until it was re-released in 2018 for a 25th anniversary special edition re-release. Also, with Disney Plus reboots coming up for both films, it's obvious that they want to give them as much promotion as possible. Hocus Pocus fans who recently upgraded their copies or picked up copies for the first time less than 2 years ago are likely going to be a little frustrated that Disney decided to re-release the movie again on 4K so soon after. I myself wonder why this wasn't put out at the exact same time. But again, this is Disney that we're talking about, and their MO has always been making you double dip, or in this case, triple dip. The 2018 reissue of Hocus Pocus used the exact same dated and problematic HD master as was released initially in 2012, and I'm unsure that it can shape up any better on 4K unless a completely new master has been put together, which is highly unlikely since so far Disney have not shown any interest in probably remastering their films from original sources for the 4K releases, and instead simply upscaling old HD masters and adding HDR. That said, I do think this movie could benefit from an HDR pass, but if the resolution isn't up to scratch, I can't really see the point on picking this one up again. Whether Home Alone will shape up well on 4K is also in question. The old Blu-ray is fairly dated now as well and comes from an older source, so I also can't really imagine its 4K master scrubbing up any better unless a complete remaster from original elements is done. Home Alone has such a fantastic potential to look gorgeously filmic on 4K, so I'm really hoping this is a proper remaster and maybe one that Fox did before the Disney buyout, but again, I won't be holding my breath on that. As for HDR, I'm not sure that Home Alone is a film that could benefit too much from it, since it has a fairly muted palette, but I'm certainly curious to see. So it does beg the question, will these be worth the upgrade? Right now, I'm actually unsure. This will of course be an interesting test for Disney, and I'm sure they'll be keeping an eye on the numbers and using them to justify whether they A, release any more Disney live action back catalogue on 4K, hopefully ones that haven't even hit Blu-ray yet, or B, likewise justify whether they release any more of Fox's back catalogue on the format, which could be a prospective goldmine for them. I'm definitely hesitant to pick up these until I hear about how these new editions fare on the format, but I think that these are two releases that are certainly important to snap up, if not simply to send a message to the Mouse House that we want more back catalogue on 4K. At that, guys, I'm throwing this over to you. Are you excited about these announcements? Could you not care about them? Are you going to pick them up or throw them a hard pass? Throw it away in the comments below and let me know your thoughts. If this is your first time viewing one of my videos and you'd like to see more like it in the future, then please don't forget to hit that big old subscribe button up on your screen, as well as that like button down below for that little extra support. Also, don't forget to check me out on social media, and please consider supporting me over on Patreon. Thanks for watching and have a fantastic day.